going to quickly show you some of the key features about Ava that make it so effective in streamlining your workflow during a day. So this is a single day on our scheduling screen. You can see there's lots of doctors here working within a single column. In my schedule, I can see that I start at 8 and finish at noon. I can look at my week quickly from here by clicking this button and bringing up my week to see what it looks like, and I can get back to the day view by clicking again. So at the front desk, if they're booking someone in, they simply double click and put part of their name in and search them in the system and can select them. They can do a duration of appointment, what type of appointment it is, and put some simple details here about what they need. Once the patient has arrived as well, they can room the patient from this screen and save it, and you'll see they pop up here. If they hover over top, they get some of those key details about who booked the appointment and what type of appointment it is. You can also drag the appointments around from here, and when it's been clicked, their name appears in the sidebar and you have quick access to some other information about that appointment if you need it. So as a physician, I just want to get into their file, so I right click there and it launches into a patient file which has their key details up here, past medical history, social history, medications down the side, all of my clinical notes or any doctor's clinical notes in the middle, consults on the middle top as well, and then labs and investigations and documents down the side. This screen is super important for us and is the key reason why Ava is such a nice system to use, is because when I'm writing a note, I can work in the middle of the screen building a SOAP note, and all the information I need is actually on the outside of the screen. I don't have to go anywhere else. And even if I write a medication, for example, this comes up as a pop-up and I'm still in the same work screen without having to navigate away from it or save anything before I leave. Now I'm just going to delete the information in here to show you how it ended up there in the first place. But if this was my SOAP note, obviously I can type in this box. I can also bring up any of my macros which I've saved before and plug them in. So I had a review of symptoms macro in there, but also if I do a knee exam and I document lots of interesting information here and I like that knee exam, I can click quite easily after highlighting it, save it as a macro. It'll bring up my macro pop-up and I can quickly give it a name and a label and even a little icon and create those on the run. So for now though, I'm just going to put in a full physical exam in here. You'll see with the vitals that I can populate it, and if I hover here it'll also give me past blood pressures or past weights, for example, if I want to know if we're succeeding in losing some weight. Once I've completed the note and I save it, I can quickly generate a bill, which again comes up as a pop-up. I can put in my 0303A, save it, create it, and it goes off to Alberta Health once I do a final approval at the end of the week. To go back to medications, they come as a pop-up again. And within here, if I generate a new medication, I get both within the single search box things I've saved as favorites on the run, and also every form of amoxicillin that's available in Canada. So if I pick one of my favorites, it's got the dosing populated, and that's because I put it in at some point when I was seeing a patient, said, hey, I do this all the time, clicked save as a favorite, and it's instantly there without having to go into background menus or other setting screens to set it up. Now I can go back into my settings and change it or get rid of it if I really get tired of that macro. In this screen, I've got a list of today's medications which I've prescribed today, and I'm probably printing so that the patient can pick them up. There's a list of current medications which the patient is on, and then there's medications that have expired or that I've canceled. So the only ones that expire are short-term medications such as antibiotics will drop off the current medications list, or if I cancel them here they'll drop off. Otherwise this list stays maintained until I deal with it. Now again, once I leave this little pop-up, I'm still in my SOAP note, and this is really important because when we're looking at labs and reviewing results and doing other things for the patient, we generally want to stay on this screen so that we can type away and gather that information in one place. A lot of EMRs force you to navigate into a different part of the top menu, and then you have to come back and pick up where you left off. You'll even notice the same thing if you're generating a consult. You can actually quickly generate the first part of a consult sitting in front of the patient. You see it just pushes your SOAP note down a little bit. You can get it going here and you can save it, and that instantly becomes a task that goes into your taskbar for later. Or if you've completed it, you can save and fax it and it's off and gone. You'll see all the key components are here. The service, you can search consultants, and we've got a huge list of consultants throughout Alberta in this system. You can write your letter and you can quickly attach some of their information from the sidebar. You can attach any result, X-ray, lab, or letters from other consultants and send it off quite quickly.